Most adventure bikes are built for young riders who don't mind sore backs and complicated repairs. If you want real adventure without requiring a chiropractor on speed dial, stick around and hit that subscribe button, because what we're about to show you is different. We're diving into 15 legendary adventure motorcycles perfect for experienced riders. Whether you're planning epic road trips or just want to explore, this video is for you. Let us know in the comments, what's the longest adventure ride you've ever done? And did you pay for it with your back the next day? Discover these machines with histories, senior-friendly maintenance tips, and the best 2025 ride destinations. Buckle up, adventure awaits no matter your age. Starting our countdown at number 15, the Honda Africa Twin. Honda named this bike after winning the Dakar Rally back when people still thought it was a good idea to race motorcycles across the Sahara Desert. The Africa Twin has been proving doubters wrong since the 1980s, and the 2016 model excels at both off-road trails and highway cruising. $10,000 to $12,000 gets you a 998 cubic centimeter parallel twin making 93 horsepower and 72 foot-pounds of torque without launching you into orbit. At 511 to 534 pounds, it's stable on highways but manageable if things go sideways. The seat adjusts from 33.5 to 34.3 inches, though shorter riders might want Honda's low-seat kit, unless they enjoy motorcycle yoga at every stop sign. Honda crafted this with ABS in on-road, off-road, and rear-off modes, plus seamless traction control. Valve adjustments only happen every 16,000 miles, meaning fewer arguments with your mechanic about whether that noise is normal or expensive. Standard ABS and selectable dual-channel traction control provide confident braking on varied surfaces. Late September along California's Pacific Coast Highway offers perfect 60 to 70 degree weather for 2025 rides. Just don't blame us when you start eyeing camping gear instead of hotels. Number 14 brings us the BMW R1200 GS. Every motorcycle dealership has that one salesperson who talks about the GS like it's personally responsible for world peace. For senior riders, they might be onto something. The GS series has been the gold standard for adventure touring since the 1980s, and the 2019 R1250 GS continues that legacy with senior-friendly comfort. 136 horsepower and 105 foot-pound of torque from a 1254 cubic centimeter boxer twin delivers smooth power for arthritic wrists with a 549-pound curb weight for stability. BMW charges $15,000 to $18,000, used because they know experienced riders will pay for engineering that actually works. The low suspension option drops the seat to 33.5 to 34.3 inches, ideal for seniors with limited mobility, and the wide handlebar gives you leverage when maneuvering in parking lots. Dynamic traction control enhances stability on gravel, helping seniors stay in control, while optional heated grips keep your hands functional during chilly morning rides. Colorado mountain roads in October offer perfect 40 to 60 degree weather for riders who've learned that comfortable temperatures beat macho posturing. Oil changes every 6,000 miles won't break your retirement budget. The GS attracts riders who figured out that paying extra for reliability beats explaining to your spouse why you're stranded 3 states away. Yamaha XT 1200Z Super Tenere slides into 13. Yamaha looked at adventure bikes and asked a simple question. What if we built one that doesn't require an engineering degree to maintain? $7,000 to $9,000 gets you their answer. A bike designed for riders who want to explore, not wrench. The 1199 cubic centimeter inline twin makes 108 horsepower and 84 foot-pound of torque. Delivering smooth power that won't surprise you when you're managing a 573-pound curb weight. 6.1-gallon fuel capacity means fewer gas stops during long rides, while shaft drive eliminates chain adjustments that require crawling around on the ground. Your back will appreciate that thoughtful engineering. The adjustable seat from 33.3 to 34.3 inches suits most seniors, though shorter riders may need a low-seat kit. Arizona desert tours work perfectly in September when you're not competing with temperatures that could cook dinner. Standard ABS and unified brake system reduce wheel lockup during panic stops, helping seniors with slower reflexes stay in control. The upright riding position keeps pressure off aging spines during all-day rides. Air filter inspections every 4,000 to 6,000 miles, and shaft drive service every 12,000 miles are manageable tasks that won't require a team of young mechanics. The Super Tenere attracts sensible riders who've learned that reliable transportation beats flashy gadgets every time. KTM 1290 Super Adventure takes 12. Austrian engineers built this for riders who want serious adventure capability without giving up modern comfort and safety features. The 1301 cubic centimeter V-twin produces 160 horsepower and 103 foot-pound of torque so smoothly that even cautious riders feel confident managing the 529-pound curb weight. The seat height of approximately 34.6 inches might require some creativity for shorter seniors, but KTM offers lower options for riders who prefer keeping their feet planted. Motorcycle stability control and cornering ABS works seamlessly when panic braking becomes necessary, helping seniors maintain control without wheel lockup. Oregon forest trails in early October offer perfect 50 to 65-degree temperatures for discovering what modern adventure bikes can do when your schedule includes time for recovery between rides. Standard safety features enhance stability rather than replacing good judgment and riding technique. Valve service every 9,300 miles means more frequent maintenance than some alternatives, but KTM's reliability record justifies the attention for riders who plan to actually use their adventure bikes for adventures. KTM 1190 Adventure takes number 11. Rally bikes used to be machines that only professionals could handle. KTM changed that with the 1190 Adventure, bringing serious off-road capability to riders without team mechanics following them around. $7,500 to $9,500 gets you genuine rally heritage. This 1190 cubic centimeter V-twin makes 150 horsepower and 92 foot-pounds of torque for climbing steep trails or navigating technical terrain. At 510 to 518 pounds curb weight, it's manageable for experienced riders with sufficient strength. Though the seat height of 33.9 to 34.8 inches means shorter seniors should consider KTM's low seat option at 33.1 inches. Nevada desert trails in October offer perfect 65 to 80-degree riding conditions. The combined ABS system with off-road mode reduces wheel lockup on loose surfaces, boosting confidence for seniors. Coolant checks every 6,000 to 7,500 miles, and chain adjustments every 600 to 1,000 miles keep things running smoothly. Though chain maintenance may challenge flexibility, KTM builds this for riders who actually plan to use their adventure bikes for adventures, not just looking adventurous at coffee shops. At number 10, Ducati Multistrada 1260. Italian motorcycles once had a reputation for spotty reliability. Ducati's Multistrada 1260 builds on improved reliability from recent decades, delivering dependable performance while maintaining Italian character. $14,000 to $17,000 buys you engineering that previous generations of Ducati owners could only dream about. The 1262 cubic centimeter Testastretta V-twin produces 158 horsepower and 95 foot-pounds of torque through Ducati's variable valve timing system. At 511 to 518 pounds, it feels lighter than the numbers suggest, while the seat height of 32.5 to 33.3 inches works well for most seniors, with a low seat kit at 31.5 inches for shorter riders. Electronic suspension adjusts semi-automatically for load and riding conditions via rider-selected modes. Cornering ABS and vehicle hold control enhance safety by reducing wheel lockup and aiding hill starts, though they require some rider familiarity. September rides through Tuscany-like terrain offer perfect 60 to 75-degree weather for discovering what Italian engineering can accomplish when reliability becomes a priority. Valve adjustments every 18,000 miles are reasonable for a high-performance V-twin. The Multistrada attracts riders who want Italian style with proven reliability. Coming in at 9, Triumph Tiger 1200. Triumph figured out that adventure riders over 50 want comfort and reliability, not bragging rights about conquering Everest. $12,000 to $14,000 gets you British engineering that's finally learned to work properly. wrapped in features that actually matter for long-distance comfort. The 1215 cubic centimeter inline 3 makes 139 horsepower and 90 foot-pounds of torque, with smooth delivery that won't surprise you when you're focused on staying upright. 548 to 580 pounds feels manageable thanks to excellent weight distribution. Though the 33.3 to 33.9 inch seat height means shorter seniors should consider Triumph's low seat kit. 8.3 inches of ground clearance handles rough pavement without scraping, while the plush seat and upright riding position keep your spine happy during all-day rides. Maine coastal routes in October offer perfect 50 to 65 degree temperatures for discovering why comfortable beats aggressive every time. Optimized cornering, ABS, and traction control work quietly in the background, providing confidence without complexity. Chain tension checks every 6,000 miles and suspension service every 12,000 miles are reasonable maintenance intervals that won't overwhelm seniors who prefer riding to wrenching. BMW F850 GS takes number 8. Your knees might creak getting on, but this BMW won't. $9,000 to $11,000 gets you the entry-level GS that still carries enough German engineering credibility to impress your neighbor who rides a Harley. The 853 cubic centimeter parallel twin makes 90 to 95 horsepower and 63 to 68 foot-pounds of torque, delivering smooth power without the drama of bigger engines. 505 pounds disappears once you're rolling, thanks to BMW's chassis wizardry. Optional electronic suspension adjustment lets you dial in comfort for roads that weren't maintained since your college days. The seat height ranges from 32.9 to 35 inches, so shorter riders might need BMW's low seat option at 32.1 inches unless they enjoy gymnastics at gas stations. Late September, Appalachian rides offer perfect weather when you're not competing with summer tourists or winter ice. Standard ABS and dynamic traction control reduce wheel lockup and enhance stability when panic strikes, while riding modes adapt to conditions without requiring an owner's manual consultation. Oil changes every 6,000 miles. Keep maintenance manageable for seniors. Your chiropractor will appreciate the comfortable ergonomics during longer rides. The F850 proves you don't need to spend luxury car money to get BMW adventure bike capability. At number 7, Honda CRF 1100L Africa Twin Adventure Sports. Honda looked at their regular Africa Twin and decided it needed more everything: bigger fuel tank, better suspension, fancier electronics. $13,000 to $16,000 gets you their maxed-out version that's ready for serious touring without requiring a support truck. The 1084 cubic centimeter parallel twin delivers 100 horsepower and 77 foot-pounds of torque at 530 to 553 pounds curb weight, with Honda reliability that'll outlast your riding career. 6.5-gallon fuel capacity means you can reach those bucket list destinations instead of just talking about them. Optional heated grips, standard on higher trims, keep hands warm because cold hands make poor decisions. Dual clutch transmission option eliminates clutch work in traffic, which your left hand will appreciate after 40 years of riding. Hill Start Assist helps prevent rollbacks on steep grades, keeping seniors confident with cars behind them. The seat adjusts from 32.9 to 33.7 inches, with a low seat kit at 31.9 to 32.7 inches for shorter seniors. Standard ABS and traction control enhance safety, while valve checks every 16,000 miles keep maintenance manageable. September mountain passes in the Rockies offer perfect 50 to 70 degree temperatures for enjoying Honda's refined Africa Twin Adventure Sports. Kawasaki Versys 1000 lands at number 6. $6,500 to $8,500 proves that smart shopping beats brand snobbery. The Versys 1000 delivers genuine big bike capability without the premium pricing that comes with European badges or exotic engineering claims. Kawasaki borrowed their 1043 cubic centimeter inline 4 from sport bikes, but tuned it for real-world riding instead of racetrack bragging rights. 118 horsepower arrives smoothly, while the adjustable seat drops to 32.7 inches for confident stops. 550 pounds feels lighter than it sounds once you're moving. KTRC traction control and ABS keep you upright when road conditions turn sketchy, though the systems work quietly instead of announcing their presence dramatically. October countryside tours in Texas offer perfect 70 to 80 degree weather for exploring what practical adventure riding actually means. The Versys attracts riders who figured out that reliable transportation beats exotic maintenance schedules, especially when your riding buddies are waiting at the destination. Number 5. Suzuki V-Strom 1050. $11,000 to $13,000 buys you Suzuki's philosophy that adventure riding should be about the destination, not impressing people at gas stations. This 1037 cubic centimeter V-twin just works. 106 horsepower and 74 foot-pounds of torque arrive without fanfare or drama, which becomes increasingly appealing when your reflexes aren't what they used to be. 520 to 544 pounds feels manageable, especially with the seats sitting at 33.5 to 33.7 inches, though shorter riders can drop that further with Suzuki's low seat option. Great Lakes riding in late September means 60 to 70 degree perfection without summer crowds or winter ice. The V-Strom doesn't care if you take the scenic route or the direct path. It just keeps running. Standard ABS and traction control work quietly in the background, never making you feel like the bike doesn't trust your judgment. Weekly tire pressure checks and brake service every 6,000 to 7,000 miles won't overwhelm your schedule. Sometimes boring is exactly what you want from your motorcycle. Yamaha XT1200Z Super Tenere ES grabs number 4. The regular Super Tenere was already Yamaha's idea of reliable adventure touring. Then they added electronic suspension and called it the ES, which stands for even smarter, though Yamaha won't admit that officially. $8,000 to $10,000 gets you suspension that thinks ahead. The electronic system adjusts automatically based on load, speed, and road conditions, which means your spine gets consistent support, whether you're riding solo to the coffee shop or loaded down for a 2-week camping trip. The 1199 cubic centimeter inline twin makes 110 horsepower and 84 foot-pounds of torque with Yamaha's typical smoothness. At 575 to 584 pounds, this isn't a lightweight, but the weight distribution keeps things manageable. Seat height runs 33.3 to 34.3 inches, so shorter seniors should consider the low seat option. Shaft drive means you can forget about chain maintenance forever, while the unified brake system coordinates front and rear stopping power. Ozark rides in late September offer perfect temperatures for discovering why electronic suspension beats arguing with manual adjustments. Aprilia Caponord 1200 claims number 3. Italian motorcycles used to mean choosing between beautiful and functional. The Caponord 1200 changes that equation by actually working reliably while maintaining enough Italian character to make conversations interesting. $6,000 to $8,000 represents serious value for 1197 cubic centimeters of V-twin producing 125 horsepower and 85 foot-pounds of torque. At 530 to 565 pounds, depending on trim, it feels lighter than it measures thanks to Aprilia's chassis engineering. The seat height of 33.1 inches works for most riders without gymnastics. Rally and travel pack versions include ABS and traction control, though base models skip these features to hit lower price points. The adjustable windshield accommodates different rider heights, while the V-twin provides character that more clinical alternatives sometimes lack. October rides through Black Hills forest paths offer perfect 50 to 65 degree weather. Oil changes every 4,500 miles. Keep the Italian V-twin happy, while the overall package proves you can have European character without European repair bills. Rolling in number 2, BMW R1200 GS Adventure. Adventure riders fall into 2 camps, those who talk about crossing continents and those who actually do it. The R1200 GS Adventure was built for the second group. $10,000 to $12,500 might seem steep, but consider what you're getting. A motorcycle that's basically a rolling base camp. That 7.9-gallon fuel tank isn't just big. It's survival equipment when the next gas station is a day's ride away. The 1170 cubic centimeter Boxer makes 125 horsepower and 92 foot-pounds of torque. But more importantly, it makes that power reliably for the next 100,000 miles. Weight hits 573 to 580 pounds fully loaded, though the low center of gravity helps disguise the bulk. Electronic suspension adjusts for whatever gear you're hauling, while the seat drops to 33.1 inches with the low option. September rides through the Sierra Nevada prove why some people spend retirement funds on motorcycles instead of cruise ships. Battery maintenance every 6 months and valve service at 12,000-mile intervals are small prices for genuine adventure capability. This attracts riders whose idea of a short trip involves crossing state lines. Our number one pick surprises everyone: Honda XR650L. Here's a bike that's been doing adventure riding since before it was trendy. $4,000 to $5,500 buys you 30 years of proven design that laughs at planned obsolescence. While other manufacturers chase the latest electronics, Honda just keeps building the same reliable machine. 40 horsepower from a 644 cubic centimeter single sounds modest until you remember this thing weighs 346 pounds. That's lighter than some riders. The 37-inch seat height challenges shorter seniors, but aftermarket solutions exist for determined buyers. No computers, no complex electronics, just a carburetor that works and air cooling that never fails. Rear drum brake and front disc might seem outdated, but they're also bulletproof and cheap to maintain. Utah's backroads in late September offer perfect weather for remembering why simple machines often work best. Air filter retention every 1,000 miles for serious dirt riding, carburetor cleaning once yearly. That's basically it. The XR attracts riders who miss when motorcycles were tools you could fix with basic hand tools, anywhere, anytime. 15 legendary adventure bikes that understand the difference between looking tough and actually being comfortable for the long haul. Your knees might creak getting on, but at least your bike won't. If you enjoyed watching, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. It's free. And also remember, the only thing worse than a sore spine is bad advice from people who think louder pipes make better riders.